So now I am going to tell you how to transfer a car ownership in South Korea. When you buy a car in South Korea or any other country, you have to get the car registration paper for your name. There are two ways to do it. Most of the car sales, they do it for you. But if you buy it from another person, you have to do it by yourself. So this procedure is for a foreigner that's going to change the vehicle ownership by himself. First of all, let's see what are the documents that we need. Number 1 is 2 ID cards of the buyer and the owner of the car. Number 2 is car registration paper. Number 3 is insurance paper that on buyer's name. Number 4 is 이전 등록 시전서. Number 5 is 자동차 연도 증명서. Number 4 and 5 we have to get from the DMV office. Don't worry. Before we go to the DMV office, it means the Department of Motor Vehicles is located in the district office. From Korean language, it's called 구청. We have to prepare the insurance for the car, for the name of the buyer. It will be easy for us. Also, we can buy it from the district office. Most of the offices there is a insurance agent, but I recommend to buy it early and it will be make you easy. Today we are doing this transfer by visiting the buyer and the seller both to the DMV office. Also, there is another way to do it without visiting them. Later I will bring another video for it. So let's go. Now we are in the Kuchong in our area. There is a small checkup because of the COVID virus. Now let's go to the DMV office in this building. Carefully look the name boards around here. Now we are entering the DMV office. Look at these name boards. They will be useful for you. Look, they have provided a fax facility for us. So if you haven't bring the insurance paper or something else, you can get a fax from the relevant office. From this table you can collect the papers that you should fill. Now let's see what are the papers that we must complete. First, you collect 이전 등록 시전서. Now let's see how to fill it out. As you see in the screen, let's fill the name of the present owner of the car first, then the ID card number, then address. In this area, we fill the buyer's details. The name of the buyer, ID card number, the address, the mobile phone number, vehicle number, odometer. That means how many kilometers the car has run. Tick here, then the date, then the buyer's name, then the signature and the birthday. It's enough for this paper. Now let's see the next paper. It's 자동차 연도 증명서. Now let's fill out this form also. Now we write the name of the person of owner of the car, ID card number, mobile phone number and the address. In this section we write the name of the buyer, ID card number, mobile phone number and the address. Now we are going to fill the vehicle details. Vehicle registration number, vehicle model and the name, vehicle identification number, trading date, sale amount, balance payment date and the odometer. Now let's go to the below of the page. Here we fill present owner's name and the signature and the name of the buyer and the signature. Here we fill the date. That's all. Now let's get a token. Today we are lucky. We are the number 1. Here they are calling our number. Let's go to the counter number 5. Before we go to the counter, let's check the documents again. Okay, now we are going to hand over the documents to the counter. Now be patient until she check the documents. Just look what are the documents on her table. One day they will useful for you. If you have perfectly filled the documents, then she will inform you to bring the sweep in G from the bank. Now you don't need to be worried. You just go to the bank branch inside the DME office and then tell them that you need the sweep in G. Then they will charge you 3001 from you. Now bring it back to the previous counter and hand over it to her. Then you have to pay another 1001 to her for the documentation. Then again officer will give you all the documents to you. Then you must bring it to the counter number 3. That means a car registration tax counter, and hand over all the documents to them. From that counter they will be checked all the unpaid penalties and the taxes of the present owner. The present owner must pay all the dues and penalties for the time of that he owned the vehicle. The present owner must pay the unpaid dues. After clearing it, another paper will give you to pay the transfer fees of the vehicle registration card. Again you should go to the bank and pay it. This time the transfer fee must be paid by the buyer. Now just go to the bank and pay that amount and come back to the same counter. Now you will get all the documents and directed to the very first counter again. Now hand over all the documents to the counter and you will get the vehicle registration paper for the name of the buyer. That means the new owner. Now it's all done. Congratulations to the new owner of the car. This is for your information. If there is no agreement among the owner and the buyer, usually transfer fees are paid by the buyer. But all the unpaid penalties and taxes must be paid by the owner for the time period of he owned. Now it's all done. Thank you for watching and please subscribe us.